Hello, happy Tuesday, everyone. Today is February 17th. Our highlight for today is Mary Ann Shaud Carey. She was the first Black woman publisher in North America and the first woman publisher in Canada. She was also the second Black woman to attend law school in the United States. Today, I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to structure your resume, what to include in it, and how it should look. First, whenever you have a resume, you want to make sure your skills are on there, your education, your work experience, and some professions you want to include a short little paragraph about who you are. But I personally would leave that for my cover letter. Your resume should be 1 to 2 pages. Everything needs to be labeled. Whenever I'm looking at a resume, I want to know what I'm looking at. Your job experience is going to be listed from most recent at the top. You're going to put, and I think most people know this, your most recent jobs are at the top. Once you leave high school, once you start working jobs in college and post-college, those are going to be the jobs that fill your resume. Anything you did in high school, you want to make sure you take that off. Everything should be in bullet points. I'm not reading a paragraph. I'm not because you're going to come in. If I invite you to an interview, you're going to tell me about yourself. You're going to explain and go into more depth about your work experience and what you know and what you don't know, what you learned and what you haven't learned. I don't need to read essays or paragraphs. I just want to get a gist of what you did. When you're describing the job that you did in those bullet points, you want to use as many numbers as possible. People look at numbers. Numbers pop out, especially a page full of words. Verbs like developed, fostered, analyze, those are good verbs. You want to use verbs when you're talking about what you did. And let's talk about things that we achieved as well. What did you achieve on the job? Next, you are going to proofread. Proofread. Send it through Grammarly. Send it to somebody that you trust that is great with grammar so they can read through it and edit it. You just need a couple eyes on it to make sure that it sounds right, that it looks right, and that you didn't misspell anything, because that gives the wrong message to the employer, because you couldn't even take the time to look at your resume and make sure that it was spelled correctly before you sent it into them. What does that say about your attention to detail and how you're going to be on the job? Lastly, please don't lie on your resume. I know. The thought is everything that I do on the job, they're going to teach me anyway. Don't say that you're great at coding and you've never coded a day in your life. That's not helpful to you, because even if they teach you on the job what to do, they do expect you to have some type of knowledge, some type of background knowledge about what it is to code. If you don't have the knowledge, don't have the skills, don't lie and say that you do have the knowledge and the skills to do something that you have never heard of a day in your life. All right, that's all I have for you today. I'll see you tomorrow for more tips.